The events of this incredibly fascinating anime begin with these powerful boys fighting the great rock monster. These boys are part of the adventure team, each with different roles such as attacker and healer. The person standing before you, wielding a powerful shield, is named Rude, and his role is the Guardian. He absorbs all attacks, protecting the other team members, as you will see shortly. Rude successfully shields a girl on the brink of death from a powerful strike by the rock monster. Now, let's shift to Rude returning home, warmly welcomed by his sister Manisha, who missed him dearly. However, he suddenly realizes he was daydreaming, and instead of Manisha, he finds a girl named Neen in front of him. He becomes angry because she disrupted his joyful and uplifting imagination. Neen scolds him for his nonsense, revealing that they are in the guild, and everyone is watching. Rude must present himself appropriately to everyone. Neen learns that Rude was thinking about his younger sister, and it seems Neen is quite jealous. She advises Rude not to think about anything other than his sister, like romantic relationships or the like. Rude blushes and admits that no one is funnier than his sister Manisha. Then, a flashback reveals that Manisha suffered from a chronic illness, and her only hope was the secret maze treasure rumored to grant any wish. Although it seems impossible, Neen motivates Rude, telling him not to say that something is impossible. Rude shares that his role as a guardian has not drained his shield absorption ability significantly lately, ranging from 6000 to 5000. The story promises to unfold Rude's destiny, his encounters with enemies, and the adventures that await him in the upcoming episodes. He had consumed many doses, then apologized to her for burdening her in his treatment. She is the healing doctor, and she tells him not to apologize because they are now capable of fighting strongly as a unified team, protecting each other. As for his absorption shield, its value is 9999, the highest ever recorded. He is an exceptional guardian, and she advises him to hold his head high, even if a new member joins the team. 3 individuals enter the guild, and people wonder if the newcomer is the great hero, Kiglas, who has conquered many mazes despite his young age. The blonde-haired boy approaches Rude and apologizes for their late arrival. Then, 2 beautiful girls, Lilia and Lily, are introduced. The blonde boy addresses everyone, stating that all members have gathered. 2 more individuals are set to join the team, but the rules of the maze only allow a maximum of 6 members. They will become 7 at that moment. Kiglas laughs strangely and tells them that he will expel Rude from the team. Rude is surprised by this strange statement, and a flashback occurs to the last battle where he lost a crucial part of his shield. Returning to the present, Neen defends Rude, emphasizing his strength as their shield against all enemy attacks. Kiglas points out to Neen that Rude is a significant obstacle because his shield is draining due to insufficient strength. He mentions that unknown skills might be causing this imbalance. Neen admits they haven't figured out the reason for the shield's disturbance yet. Kiglas mocks her, saying they almost lost because of the weakening defense. Then, he introduces the 2 girls. He claims that they are much stronger than Rude and points at him again, stating that he is now expelled. Rude becomes very angry, casting a look of sorrow and regret at them, then leaves the place. As he departs, Kiglas addresses him again, mentioning that they didn't succeed yesterday because of him. He extends his hand, taking his mighty sword, rebuking Rude once more as a weak guardian wasting his absorption shield. Kiglas laughs mockingly as he and his group leave. At this time, the 2 beautiful girls, Lilia and Lily, console Rude, knowing he is very powerful, but the other treated him unfairly. Following this, Neen clings to his arm, apologizing for not being persuasive enough to let him join their team. She cries, expressing that she doesn't want him to go far from her. However, he tells her that life goes on and reminds her of their hometown, Afansha, where he and his sister lived. He looks forward to the day they will meet again and then shifts to a scene where Rude sits by a fountain in the city, pondering what he should do next since returning to Afansha seems impossible. In a flashback, he recalls Kiglas calling him a weak guardian and wonders if Kiglas is right about his skills negatively affecting his absorption shield without him realizing it. He overhears 2 people talking about a mission and learns that they have been promoted to the rank of Doll. The girl expresses her desire to go to the city of Chorus, which is beyond Afansha, Rude's hometown. Rude approaches them and asks to join their mission, assuring them that there's no need to pay him. When the middle boy in the group asks about Rude's rank, he stumbles, but the girl reveals that she knows him, as he was part of the hero's team. The 2 boys express their desire to join as well. The old man with a white mustache joins them as a companion for their journey. As they set out, Rude pledges to protect the carriage well until they reach the city of Chorus. After more than an hour of travel, they decide to camp for the night and prepare dinner. The next morning, they continue their journey until nightfall, walking once more. When the man asks about the distance, Rude tells him they are approaching the city, but he senses something wrong. He quickly orders them to stop the carriage, instructing everyone to stay calm and not move. Rude gets off, and the girl falls to the ground. As he approaches her, he assures them it wasn't a trap. He finds the exhausted girl, wearing only a piece of cloth, and tries to comfort her, asking her not to be afraid. Discovering she is naked, he attempts to help her up and notices a magical stone on her body. As he tries to make her stand, he realizes she is nude and finds the magical stone embedded in her. Something about this girl intrigues Rude. Suddenly, the carriage driver announces a massive monster in front of Rude. Looking ahead, Rude sees a gigantic snake, terrifying everyone because of its immense size. Rude asks the girl to hide until he defeats the snake. The old man warns them to be cautious, as the snake's venom is lethal. Rude uses his power to provoke the snake, successfully diverting its attention. The snake releases a massive amount of venom towards Rude, but he deflects it with his powerful shield. A small amount, however, reaches Rude's arm, causing concern among his teammates. Rude assures them that he has a skill protecting him from the effects of venom. He plans to divert the snake's attention while they attack, but the team is afraid, not knowing what to do. The snake suddenly attacks Rude, sending him flying. As Rude lies on the ground, he remembers his sister, Manisha, crying alone, realizing she needs him. He quickly regains consciousness, determined not to let it end like this. Rude decides to confront the giant snake alone until they can kill it. When Rude gets up from the ground, he addresses the rest of the team, stating that he currently doesn't carry any sword, and they must now face the consequences. They need to wield their weapons and prepare for the upcoming battle. We see Rude running swiftly towards the giant snake, urging the team to cooperate to defeat it. Rude emphasizes that, as the strongest guardian, he will handle all its attacks. He encourages his teammates, assuring them that they will win this battle. The team readies themselves for the fight, and we witness Rude making a pledge that they will emerge victorious. He asks them to trust in their strength. The young members gain confidence and launch an attack on the snake. Each member strikes the snake with their swords, but it seems unaffected. The old man warns them that the snake is preparing for a lethal strike, and they should be cautious. The snake attacks Rude, and he defends himself with all his might. The rest of the team joins in the assault, hitting the snake with full force until it finally collapses lifeless on the ground. The team is overjoyed with their victory, unable to believe they defeated such a colossal creature. Rude credits their success to everyone playing their part. Rude then goes to check on the exhausted girl, comforting her. She reveals that she was escaping from the snake, and Rude offers her a place to go, the town of Avantia. She agrees to accompany him, and Rude instructs the old driver to find her some clothes. The old man hands her the clothes as a token of gratitude. The girl is thrilled and takes the clothes to change. Rude converses with the old man, who suggests that she might be a runaway servant. Rude, considering her circumstances, decides to take care of her. The next morning, they reach the town of Avantia, and Rude bids farewell to his companions as they part ways. The boy said, "I don't like Anisians. Their expressions are rigid, and they perform their tasks without emotions. They're somewhat frightening, with only the magical stone in their chests distinguishing them visually from us." The girl appears sad due to their remarks about Anisians. However, Rude interrupts them, having noticed the girl's sadness, apologizing and stating that he can't go with them. He bids them farewell, and they continue on their way. Rude and the girl continue their journey through the forest. Rude tells her they don't know much about themselves and asks for her name, but she sadly replies, "I don't have a name." Rude then suggests that it would be challenging to refer to her without a name and thinks of one for her. He proposes the name Luna, and if she doesn't like it, she can change it later. Luna thanks him. The scene shifts to the night in the forest, where they sit together. Luna expresses her gratitude for the food, and Rude tells her they should reach Avantia tomorrow to get an early night's rest. Luna agrees, and as Rude leaves, she senses movement behind her. 3 wolves attack her, but she skillfully defends against their attacks, ultimately defeating them. Rude witnesses Luna's combat abilities and is astonished. He realizes that Luna is an illegal Anisian, possessing willpower and emotions that others lack. Luna apologizes to Rude for her actions, but he acknowledges her strength, suggesting she could have defeated the forest snake easily. Luna reveals her proficiency in magic, stating she doesn't have close combat skills. Rude is surprised to hear that she has a magical skill that enhances magic and an appraisal skill. When Rude learns about Luna's appraisal skill, he is amazed, mentioning that it's an extremely rare skill. He shares that there was another person in a neighboring kingdom who had it, but they passed away a few years ago. Luna becomes the only person in the world with the appraisal skill. Luna expresses her unawareness of the skill's value, and Rude marvels at its rarity. Then Rude asks Luna if she can identify his skills, to which she responds affirmatively. Luna proceeds to use her skills, holding Rude's hands and explaining his 4 abilities. First is provocation, the power to divert the enemy's attention towards oneself. The second is healthy body, making him immune to status effects and strengthening his natural recovery. Luna mentions that she is aware of these 2 skills. The third is life conversion, allowing him to convert absorbed shielding power into strength, serving as an offensive skill. Rude explains that some skills cannot be activated unless understood, and finally, the 4th skill is Victim's Shield, allowing him to treat the absorbed shielding power of his allies as his own shield while enhancing both his and his allies' durability. He then asks Luna if she takes damage on behalf of others without realizing it, expressing concern about his unknown skills. Rude never expected the matter to be resolved so easily. The next morning, they reach the city, and Rude speaks, saying he was expelled from his team for possessing skills with unknown effects. However, he had significant skills for protecting his allies. Although he could return with his head held high, he decides to go to Avantia, where his sister is waiting for him.
How was the video? We hope it was good. If so, please check these videos. Also, please comment down your thoughts and your suggestions for future videos. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing now to show the support to our channel. We hope to see you soon with another video right in this channel. Have a nice day.